So traders, I've been looking at the stock market. The market has just closed right now. Just finished doing my trading. And I want to share something with you that I'm noticing right now when it comes to the stock market. But also, I want to share something with you that I shared with a coaching. I had a coaching call with a coaching client yesterday, and I want to share some things that I shared with him that I think is going to help you with your trading. And also, I'm going to be looking at the interest rates and stuff like that as well too. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, make sure you grab. I'm giving away free access to my breakthrough trading course. There's 5 phases there. And so make sure you go get access to that. If you need help with your trading, guys, then you get free access to the trading course. So go get access to it. The thing that I'm watching for right now, I'm like, what's going on with this market right now? Something is different. And what I mean by that is this, is that is there a potential turning point coming in the stock market? See, in the past few videos, I have been personally watching for this chart here. This is the S&P chart, okay? Looking at the big weekly charts, and I've said, okay, we could have a good, we're possibly going to have a good chance of it coming down towards this support levels here, right? So I've always said possibly around the 3,500 to 3,300 level is possibly going to be the support level for the S&P 500 in this example, okay? In this example here. Same for the Nasdaq as well too, right? That major support level is around those 9,500 to 10,000 level, okay? With me so far? So I'm like, okay, we're possibly going to continue down through there, right? The trend is still down. And if I go back to my shorter time frame charts, right, the trend is still down. High, we've got this lower high, and we have a lower high. So the trend is still down. But I've been watching this, and this is the big thing about always staying alert. Doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen, but we need to stay alert about what the market is doing. So if we have a look at what the market is doing right now, we can see we had a high, we had a lower high, and then now we've had another lower high here. But the one thing I'm watching for is that could we potentially or possibly be starting to form maybe a bit of a bottom here? And it hasn't happened yet, but look at this here. So in the last downfall, in this last pullback here, you can see we had a strong bar down, strong bar down, strong bar down, right? We had a very strong bar coming down. So there's a lot of strong sort of selling movement through here. Then we've had a pullback, and now we got one strong bar down, but then we got one doji, now we've got 2 dojis. What does that actually mean to the markets? And this is where, guys, I'm always watching, right? I'm always watching to see, okay, what's going on with the markets? And this is a big thing that I was sharing with my my coaching client yesterday on the coaching call, is that I was sharing with him that one of the big things for us to move forward in the markets is to not think, right? Don't think. Because how many times have you actually had a really good trade in front of you, and maybe it met some sort of rules of what you're following? Now, I know 90% of you guys watching this right now don't follow rules. You just get in because it looks like a good opportunity. And that's where you're not going to do well long term. Successful at anything, right? You follow a plan. Because if you follow a plan and you follow a method, and if you're not tracking that method, how do you know what to improve on? So you could spend the next 2 years not getting better because you're not following a method, you're not tracking it, and you're not getting better, right? So that's the only way to move forward. But I was saying to him, don't think about the ifs or the buts, just think about what the market's doing right now. And so I look at that with the same scenario as what I'm doing right now, what I'm looking at here with say the Nasdaq or the S&P. And I'm like, okay, could this be forming a bit of a higher low here soon? Potentially, right? I'm not saying it's going to be, right? But the thing is, I'm watching for this, okay, is it potentially going to be this? Because if we do start to get a bit of a high low, let's say, for example, we get like another doji day here today, okay? And then maybe we get an update through here, and maybe we get something like that. Then maybe we get something like that. What does that mean to the market? The tune is starting to change. Remember, the market is always right. We have to keep the main thing the main thing. What is that? The market. Not indicators or anything like that. Yes, we can use, like with my system that I use, that gives me over a 90% success rate. And it really does. Some people say, John, really 90% success rate? I'm like, yeah. You do your back testing. I'll show you the system. In fact, when you go get that free trading course, link in the description, on the very first video I give you, I actually teach you all the details to the trading system, even show you the trade they've been taking, and then you go do your back testing yourself, and you'll see that 90% of the time it delivers a profit in those trades. So it's amazing. But looking at this here, look what's happening, right? If we do get this, and then we start to get this higher low through here, and especially if we start to break this here, guess who's coming back in now? This actually could possibly be a bit of a bottom that we need. I'm not saying this is going to happen, right? Because once again, if we do get something like this, right? If we just forget what I just wrote there, if we get something like this, and then tomorrow's like that, and then like that, well, guess what? There's no high low. Forget everything I just said there. But I'm always being alert, and I'm always watching to see what's happening, because the market will sneak up on you. It will start to form a bit of a bottom just underneath our feet, and then it'll take off. And before you know it, you see the market do something like this, and it starts to break up, and then may do something like that. And then before you know it, 2 or 3 weeks from now, the market's back up here, and you're like, oh my goodness, this thing is taken off. And generally, it'll start from a low and a higher low period and breaking past. Once we get something like that, that's going to be the big key for us. Okay, that's going to be the big key. If we go back to the vid crash, when did the market turn around? And this is what's so important to really watch this. When did the market start to really give us that turnaround? So we have what? We have this low, lower high. We had this low. Look at this here. What is that? That's a higher low breaking past. Who was coming back into here? Now, again, at this time, what was happening around this time, March into April? We went through what? We went through lockdowns. We went through big scare in the markets. There's a lot of uncertainty around that time, right? But remember, the market will see things coming even before we humans actually see it. Make sense what I'm just saying there? Let me say that again. The markets, the stock market, will see things coming way before we actually see it actually happening, right? So what I mean by that is that the stock market at this time, the stock market knew that there's going to be a big, massive flow of injection into capital, and we're going to see a big, massive rebound. And that's why over many months, we started to see a very nice upward movement, right? And again, at this time, what was happening around the March, April period? That's when what? That's when we started to go through serious lockdowns, massive uncertainty, but the market rallied. Why? Well, don't think low. I know this sounds so simple, guys, but breaking past previous high. The market's talking to us here. Like, it's actually talking to us right now. It's actually telling us, this is what's going on. And then the market started to high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, all the way up. Makes sense? So even right now with the massive uncertainty, okay, the massive uncertainty and the massive things that are happening in the marketplace, I do believe we're getting very close to a turning point real soon. And I've always said that. Now, I believed, and this is where I believe we're probably going to get down to these major support levels here, like on the Nasdaq, around the 10,000 before we bottom. But this is what I believe. But if the market has a different idea, then I need to flow with that market. Makes sense? So if I go with this higher low here, and if it does start to make a high, and I'm not going to get in now because it's not a high low. The sellers are still in control. We're still in a downtrend. The trend is your friend until the end. The trend is still down. But if the trend starts to change, we're possibly going to start to see something like that. Now, I want to move over to the interest rates again, because I talked about the interest rates yesterday as well too. And I've been talking about how this is the interest rates are possibly going to start to have a movement down in the markets. And as you can see, we're starting to get more of a downside, 2% on that there. On the 10-year, we have over 1% down on the 30-year as well too. So we're getting very close towards, we're possibly starting to form a bit of a top in the interest rates as well. And then also I talked about the oil market yesterday as well too. Where is this? That's oil, right? So I talked about the oil market possibly rallying up towards resistance levels, which was right there, as you can see. It did exactly that, right? Ran up, rejected it, hit the rejection, and then now we're starting to roll over again. So I'm expecting more downside with oil. That's happening through there. Also, if you look at actually silver, just touching on silver and gold, look at this here, guys. And this is why it's so important, right? Look at this here. So important to just, I've been saying with silver this whole time, if we don't start to break above 2250, which will start to confirm this is a false breakout, we're going to start to see a lot more selling coming into silver. And that's exactly what's happening, right? And the same for gold as well too. Now gold really hasn't been doing much. It's very, very volatile. See, same gold, this is gold, very volatile through here, and same with silver. So even though it is coming down through here, it's coming down very weak, right? We're not getting any sort of strong sort of pattern through here. So, yeah, that's what's happening through there. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, traders, and I hope this helps you out. Traders, if you do need my personal help, then I'm opening up some spots to get a coaching call from me. So if you go to johnscoachingcall.com, if you go over there, you can book a spot. I'm doing 90% off to a coaching call. And then also I'm actually giving my Master Trader Lab Beta $2,000 away for free with anyone that actually books there. So if you do need my help, guys, want like a one-on-one coaching call, I'm doing a 90% off sale. And also I'm actually throwing in one of my top sort of educational programs to help you become a good trader. So go to Johns, Johns, coachingcall.com, and I'll see you very soon. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.